Good morning, Dawgpound South campers. This is the Cleveland Browns Dawgpound South podcast, part of the Fanatical Elves Network, part of the Fansford Sports Network. I'm your host, Steve Gill. Well, that game had a little bit of everything. Okay. Again, Browns defense is phenomenal, except for one play. A fake tush push for a touchdown, no less. But, you know, 3 takeaways. Special teams got one, which is fantastic. Interception, pick 6. Carson Schlesinger is phenomenal. Myles Garrett, 4 more sacks, 15 total. He might break the record of 22 and a half. He just might. He is having his best year statistically than anybody's ever seen. And he doesn't give up. And he plays hard. Carson Schlesinger, definitely your defensive player of the year. You can now make the argument he should make the Pro Bowl. He should be a Pro Bowler. The kid is just phenomenal. So, Ravens sweep the Browns. Don't like it. Dylan Gabriel gets a concussion. Shedeur Sanders comes in and shows why Shedeur Sanders isn't ready to play yet. When he was drafted, he wasn't an NFL quarterback. This week, with the concussion to Gabriel, I think he's going to start against the Raiders. He'll have all week to practice, first team reps. I know a lot of the charlatans out there are making a big deal about Shedeur not having first team reps. I hate to tell you this, sports fans, but this is how it works. Luke McNown, former Browns quarterback, 4th round pick, had an excellent tweet today explaining why backup quarterbacks don't get first team reps. His first team reps came when he came in a blowout. Jeff Schwartz, former offensive lineman in the NFL, also explained his first team reps was when he first came into a game. Baker Mayfield, everybody's favorite former Brown, former number 1 overall draft pick. His first team reps for the first time came when Tyrod Taylor got hurt and he came into that game against the Jets. This is the way it's done. If you think a backup quarterback deserves first team reps with the offense, then you have 2 quarterbacks. And what do they say? When you have 2 quarterbacks, you have no quarterback at all. So I'm not buying that. Well, I'll give you another example. Why didn't anybody complain when Joe Flacco was a starter and Dylan Gabriel didn't get first team reps? Or this week, Bradley Zappi will be the backup and he won't get first team reps. I want to see people complaining about that. Nobody complained when Dylan Gabriel was the backup and he didn't get first team reps. Nobody complained about it. Look, that's the way the NFL works. So let's see what the kid can do. He'll get his first team reps this week, and he'll go against a not so good Raiders team on a short week. I think they're playing the Cowboys tonight. So if he plays well, then if he wins, you got to keep him in. Even if Gabriel's ready, if he wins, if he shows that he can be an NFL quarterback, I know the old saying is you don't lose your job to injury, but if he can beat the Raiders on the road, first road victory since week 2 of last year, then yes, he deserves to start against the Tennessee Titans when they come back home. I will stand for that no matter what. If he can go beat the Raiders and win in the Pacific time zone or the West Coast for the first time for the Browns since 2012, then yes, he deserves to start the next game at home versus the Titans. Let's face fact. Titans aren't very good. Raiders aren't very good. Golden opportunity for him to improve because he needs a lot of improvement. Let's take a quick break. Okay, look, is he better than Dylan Gabriel when Dylan Gabriel first played? No, he's not. He holds on to the ball too long. His offensive linemen don't know where he is. He moves around. He's got to learn to stay in the pocket. Everybody points out that great pass he had to Fannin on the last drive. Did you notice what he was doing when he threw to Fannin? He waited till he got open, stayed in the pocket, threw the pass. My problem was the 3rd and 5. They called up an end zone play. Fine. But if he had looked, he had 2 guys open just past the first down marker. Hey, I don't blame him for going for the throat right there. You have to. That's the way the NFL is. Go for the throat. Yes, the offense is terrible. Yes, they had opportunities to go up big and only got field goals. So, yeah, this is a bad offense. But it's an offense that can be managed to be better and could be average. Now, all I asked for before the game was the defense play great, special teams don't screw it up, and the offense play average. Almost got all 3. I could kind of argue if Dylan Gabriel stayed in there that they may have won that game. They may have had a couple drives that and wouldn't have to punt to the ball back to Baltimore, but we'll never know. So yes, kudos, special teams. You played a great game. Keep it up. Do it every week. That's what a special teams is supposed to look like. All right. So now the local media and the national media are trying to find a way to blame the Browns for Shedeur Sanders not playing like an NFL quarterback, neglecting the fact that he wasn't an NFL quarterback when he was drafted. So I won't listen to the noise. It's ridiculous. I know the afternoon shows are going to be even dumber than the morning shows because then they have more to stew on. But let's face facts. Fact number 1, this offense isn't the greatest in the world. 2, KT Levingston is not an offensive lineman. He is a developmental player. Cam Robinson, as soon as he got hurt, I was like, oh boy, here we go. And not the best day for the offensive line. Not the best day for the running attack. But they played hard and they did not give up. That's what impressed me about this team. If you're going to sit there and tell me that Kevin Stefanski has lost the locker room, then why do these guys keep playing so hard? They haven't given up, and they're not giving up on him. And as I've said before, he is not going anywhere, Stefanski, unless he loses the locker room. And this is further proof he hasn't lost the locker room. So let's get ready for the Raiders. Let's see what happens. Like I said, if Shedeur Sanders can go out there and to Vegas and beat the Raiders, he deserves to start the rest of the season. That's logical, right? Would everybody agree? It doesn't matter. I don't know why the Browns fans have to be so polarized, one versus the other. I mean, you can have both these guys on your team. I just root for the Browns. I want the best guy to start who will get them a win. I don't care about your first-round draft pick. They'll have 2 first-round draft picks, and if they see somebody they want, they'll use picks to move up and get them. But right now, I can't see the Titans winning another game, to be honest with you. I watched a little of that one, and whew, man. And their big defensive star, Jeffrey Simmons, is mad. He's angry. They're not going to fire, he doesn't like the direction his team is going. Well, yeah, you fired Mike Vrabel after 5 or 6 seasons, and everybody thought that was stupid. Then you hire a guy and you fire him after a year and a half. Yeah, they're not going in the right direction. They're dysfunctional. So, like I said, let's see what happens. Give Shedeur all the first team reps, which he'll get, which is normally what happens when the starter, when you're an NFL starter, you get first team reps. One thing you got to remember, the backup has to play against the defense, number one defense. So Shedeur Sanders practices against the number one defense. Okay. Sure. All right. All right, let's go. Thank you for joining me. This has been the Cleveland Browns Dawgpound South podcast, part of the Fanatical Elves Network, part of the Fans First Sports Network. I'm your host, Steve Gill, and I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you again for watching, listening, following, and subscribing here at the Fanatical Elves Network. We're just Browns fans just like you. We live and die with this team just like you. So everybody have a great day, and go Browns.